They are making routine announcements about the things they are finding, and they are inviting questions about the things they are finding every single day.
But by definition, he's not being transparent. They're not providing data for the things that they say they have found evidence of. They just aren't.
The White House has provided.
You can make announcements, and he also did admit that he actually.
So you just don't believe it. I mean, they are providing information. You just choose not to believe that it's true.
When Musk comes knocking at the Fed's door, are you going to let him in?
I don't have anything for you on that.
Would you like to tell us today that you won't let Doge into the Federal Reserve or have access to the systems and the data?
So I don't have any. We've had no contact, and I don't really have. I have nothing for you to report today on that.
Well, you know what happened at Treasury, and you know what happened over at the CFPB, and the people of this country are being violated because all of our privacy is being taken up by Elon Musk and Trump, and we don't know what all they have on us, our bank accounts, everything that in our lives. So
like the people that's holding your stuff is another government entity. So what is the difference?
There is no difference. The difference is they don't have power or control over those, so it's a threat to their money.
She said bank accounts specifically.
You know how people be like tap in for the method? They got the method, and this is messing with their method.
That means scamming, y'all. Scamming. Yeah, I mean, you say bank account, that's a red flag right there. We don't know exactly what he knows. Yeah, that's a problem.
I saw a clip of her yesterday saying we don't know at all what he has on us. What do you mean by that?
That's what she said just right here.
Oh, is that what she said?
Yeah, that's literally what I was waiting for that. I was hoping that there was this. Yes, that's literally what she said. That's a problem.
I thought she was just talking about bank accounts.
Yeah. We don't know what he has on us.
Like as if the richest man in the world is gonna do fraud and get more money.
Yeah, bro. He gonna do a PPP loan. He
we
finna
just
get
talked about. They were just talking about how much his net worth has already increased. So and he doesn't have the information that y'all don't want him to get yet. I just don't see at what point like
the feds have taps on everybody's bank account.
Everybody's.
You know, I seen an argument that
people
was like, why the military budget didn't go down as much?
Go down. Need to go up.
Exactly.
Hey guys, fraud is at an all-time high right now. We all saw what was happening during the Biden administration, man. It was crazy. Like I've heard horror stories of people who were fighting for their own homes for 3 years in court. So basically, guys, what can happen is somebody can actually steal the title to your home. So the reason why that is a problem is because they will end up making you pay the payments like to the bank, and they will be the owners of your home. And I know this sounds crazy, but it happens like all the time. Like this is a real problem.
Or they could, I think, use your name and make you sign off on something that you didn't sign off on.
Yeah.
And you'll be having a home title that you didn't even sign up for.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And they will use fake IDs. They will do anything. And it happens so easy. Like if you put any type of your information out there, they can do it. And there's really nothing the police can do about it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Officer Tatum, y'all know him. He was a police officer and he even said, there's nothing you could do about this. Like the police just add you to the list. There's nothing you could do about this.
When was the last time you checked your home title loan? If you're like me, the answer is never. And that's exactly what scammers are counting on. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. Their $1 million triple lock protection helps you keep your home and equity safe. Here's what you get: immediate 24/7 monitoring of your property, urgent alerts if there are any changes, and if fraud should happen, their US-based restoration team will spend up to $1 million to fix the fraud and restore your title at no additional cost.
$1 million? $1 million. They will spend $1 million to fight for you. Like really just think about somebody to fight for you in your corner in your home, man.
So we've teamed up with Home Title Lock to give you a free title history report so you can find out if you're already a victim and access to your personal title expert. You get a $250 value just for signing up.
Go to HometitleLock.com and use our promo code Cartier or click on the link in the description and make sure to check out the $1 million triple lock protection details when you get there.
Let's go to HometitleLock.com and put the promo code Cartier. Go get that, y'all.
Presidents from Thomas Jefferson on have exercised some kind of impoundment authority. Trump can't be forced by Congress to spend money unconstitutionally. You can't say, here's $100 million, only hire white people. He can't be forced by Congress to use money to interfere with national security and foreign policy goals of the presidency. And I think that the president has the right also to pause spending, as he has, and say, I can find ways to spend taxpayer dollars more efficiently. If Congress says build a bridge for $1 billion, and Trump can say, I can build it for $500 million instead, I think the Constitution gives the president that kind of discretion.
So, Rusvote, you know what? If Congress says build a bridge for $1 billion and Mr. Trump says, no, I can do it cheaper at $500 million, why not impound the unused $500 million?
Well, look, Larry, the president has recognized that 200 years of presidents had the ability to impound funds. And as a result, we're able to do a far better job of being able to control costs. And what we see at the end of the fiscal year is agencies have the normal bureaucracy approach to use it or lose it. But what the Impoundment Control Act does is come on and say, look, if you're trying to save money in the end of the fourth quarter and do things smartly, oh my gosh, that's something that is a violation of the Impoundment Control Act. And what we see at the end of the fourth quarter is flat screen TVs and copy machines in the halls of every agency because they're just trying to push it out the door. The president is well aware of the authority that other presidents have had, and he has put forward on the campaign trail ideas on that front. We don't have anything to announce today, but this is certainly something he's well aware of the power that should exist with the executive branch.
Coffees and TV.
It sounds like, Trump really having his way. Like, he really campaigned on, man. That's like, I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, no. He's definitely been standing on everything he campaigned on.
So, I heard something kind of crazy. I'm tripping. Did he say for cutting the cost of making building the bridge, it'll make the resources go down
by
for
$50 million.
So, that one,
and they didn't want to do it. Wow. And he said, well, why not?
The government spent $6.2 trillion last year.
So you tell me that $3
trillion was unaccounted for. How much trillion was it? Can we look it up? I need to know. It was a trillion or two or three. This is, the Pentagon failed audit. They can't account for 1.9 trillion.
Damn.
1.9 trillion is unaccounted for. Do y'all know how much that is?
That's an insane amount.
Well,
if it's unaccounted for in the Department of Government Efficiency comes through there, what are they gonna try to do? They're gonna try to account for it.
Well, we know where half of it is at, though.
Okay, right? So why would people be mad at this?
$1 trillion.
Because there's 1.8 trillion missing. Why would people be mad that you looking for the 1.8 trillion? Why? Because it ain't missing. You took it. Who would be mad about getting more money? Who would be mad? Like that make sense. If you didn't take the money, why would you be mad at them trying to figure out what happened to the money? If the money is lost.
Well, 100 million of it was left in Afghanistan with all the tanks.
100 million to 1.8 trillion. That is like
pennies.
That is a water. That is a raindrop in the ocean.
I just feel like how it's weird that healthcare and education is the top two.
Hold on.
That's just what we know.
No, this is what we know.
It's another.
This is 2022.
There's 1.8 trillion that is unaccounted for.
This is.
We spend this much on healthcare and education, yet we're the fattest, most unhealthy country, and we're uneducated.
All our children can't read, our people are fat, and healthcare is screwed up, man.
And we want to not, and people say it's bad to, redo the Department of Education and acting like we do need to address the healthcare system, though, for sure. Yeah. Well, it's not so much that's the food, I think. It's the food is not clean.
But what about the mandated vaccines?
I was actually watching a YouTube video yesterday. So when Subway went to Ireland, right? Ireland has like a tax on like non-food items. So like if you sell fake meat, like processed meat, American McDonald's meat, you have to pay a tax. Subway tried to say, nah, we're not gonna pay that tax. And then they tested the bread. They said that what they found in the bread, it's not actually even bread. There's so much sugar in it.
Yeah, bro.
Then they said the tuna, like they ran tests on the tuna, and out of the 20 samples they tested, only 1% only one thing of the tuna had tuna DNA in it. So the other 19 things they tested didn't have.
That's what I'm saying. But our food is bad. That is the problem. That is the reason. That's why we need the Maha people.
I got a
Subway's
question.
slogan is "Eat fresh." What are we eating at Subway? We don't know.
I got a question though. So like, that's why I always throw up after eating Subway. But
so you throw up after eating it?
Yeah, when I run, do actual hard activity, I used to throw up after eating Subway.
Everybody's processing that freaking gunk.
I think this is the most recent one. This is of the 7 trillion.
This is crazy.
So, healthcare, other spending,
pension. Well,
pensions.
You need that though.
Pensions
that's like Social Security. That's like Social Security.
Yeah, that's Social
Security. I know.
They said that's all the baby boomers.
Law enforcement.
Some breaking news now here in Washington out of a federal court. A judge is now unpausing that temporary pause on that so-called buyout program, that deferred resignation for millions of federal workers. Remember that? That's that fork in the road email that's kind of gotten so much attention. Why? Well, this judge says the unions suing lack standing because they're not directly impacted. Instead, they're suing on behalf of the workers who are getting this offer. Now, the White House says something like 65,000 workers have accepted what's being colloquially called a buyout here. They want a lot more to take this up. They want like 200,000. Let me bring in Ryan Riley, who's joining us now. Okay. So just to recap, right, this was this note went out, this sort of email right in the early days of the Trump administration that basically suggested that workers would get kind of It's not quite a severance package, but it's like that, a deferred resignation package, basically, right? Then a judge comes in and says, nope, pause that. There's actually some legal questions here. Now the judge is lifting that pause. So what happens from here?
Yeah, I mean, the standing issue is one basically saying that these unions don't have, the standing to bring this forward. So theoretically, you could see some other lawsuit from actual employees who would be impacted, although it's kind of a little tricky, right? Because you're talking about employees who are being offered something. They don't necessarily have to take it. So I think this is one of those ones that's going to play out for a while. But, just to sort of set the base here, I'm at the Justice Department now. We just had a press conference with the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, and she described Elon Musk as a friend. And, Elon Musk has been the person driving a lot of this. She said that the Justice Department is going to be behind a lot of what Elon is doing and supporting him in any way that they can. It was one of the most unique press conferences I've seen. Probably the most unique press conference I've seen at the DOJ since and I've been doing this for a minute now, and it was just quite something where you had these optics of these, they're announcing a civil lawsuit and they had these officers in jackets that they would use to go on a raid, standing behind the Attorney General, and it was just, I think it was quite a moment. It's a different tone that is being set by the Justice.